Welcome to Valhalla. I have been working on this map for over 10 years, periodically over the last 10 years. I haven't been working on it every single day for 10 years, but I have been periodically logging in here and there and adding little things and detailing buildings. And as we go through, I'm going to try to show off as much as I can. If I miss a few things, it's inevitable. The map is massive. There are multiple cities, huge underground caverns I've cut out, multiple giant, I would call them mine shafts that I've used, and this is all built in creative mode, not in survival. It was a survival map at one point, and then I switched it over to creative, because it just seemed a lot easier for me to get my creative bug out than sit there and spend all the time collecting the resources. So a lot of people will say, well, it's in creative mode, it's not as impressive. To me, I enjoy it because it took me 10 plus years on this one map to get to this point, and instead of restarting every few months and making a new map and going through that nonsense, I've stuck to this one map. I've had hundreds of people play on this map with me throughout the years, logging in and building little structures, houses here and there, so most structures on the map will be labeled by who built them, and I would say around 95% to 98% of the structures on this entire map were built by me. Only a small percentage was actually created by other players. Majority of it has just been me on here bored just by myself. So this is the main city that we start out in, and as you can see, the spot that we originally started was the spawn point. Now, believe it or not, the first structure I ever built on this entire map was this little tower over here. I wouldn't say little anymore, or little now compared to everything else. But this tower, my original idea was to have like a multi-story castle that had like shops on one story, just all types of different stuff. So I'll try to show off all these structures and get down into the city and show things off, but I will miss things. This map's massive. You could spend hours here exploring and you would still not see everything. There's little details everywhere, and I've tried to make everything as functional as possible, so everything does have a use. It's not just for looks mainly. So we'll go down to the first level of this little castle now compared to when I first started, and this is the jail cell. Then you go up, and there's actually a way up right here in each corner that goes all the way to the top. And then you come up to here, and this is the market. And what's cool about these little markets is there's these little areas underneath that you can climb down in, if it would let me. Go. And it's supposed to be like a little bedroom somebody can take over and live in, but it also looks down into the prison. So as we continue on, fly away. We'll go up to the next floor, and this was supposed to be sort of like a wizard's tower, like a library for people to do enchantment at. And so originally it was mainly based like, hey, you spawn in, and then you can run up here and enchant a few weapons if you need to. Nothing crazy, and this is, I mean, a lot of this stuff has been built throughout the years, and so, you know, it'll look really basic, but back then, you know, that was the hot, cool thing to do in game, was to build structures like this, or do this certain detail. You'll see as we're flying around, a lot of things will be similar, but different. Same, but different. Because, so this was my main throne room when I first built. And you can some of the colors, and you'll see like buildings made out of diamond, because I used to have the Halo skin on when I would build, because I like listening to the Halo music while I was playing the game. But this was the main, yeah, King Marksman, my old name, Marksman. But yeah, this was my little area. That was my building, my bedroom, and everything. And that was years ago. I mean, God, 10 plus years when I built this. And then continue up. Top was supposed to be like a little courtyard up here. Now I added a mod on here like a few months ago that does like dragons and stuff, and I don't know what the fuck it's all about, but other than that, it's all vanilla. So as we continue on, and I apologize if I repeat myself a lot, but I'm just trying to fill up the dead space with at least some type of noise. So here, around this entire, here I'll go up actually. So this entire city is actually you can see there's a massive wall that goes around the entire city right here, all the way around. And that's mainly meant for when people play on this, because my whole thing was originally to have this as like a big server people could join on, but on Xbox you can't really do that, aside from Realms, but it's still pretty small. As you can see, there's a wall that goes all the way around. I was going to have anything inside this wall as a safe zone, and everything on the outside is PvP. But I haven't been able to implement, enough people on this, or even the ability to make it so there's safe zones. So it's kind of just like, you hope people don't kill you on the inside, but they might, because you can't tell people not to, force people not to. So this is one of the tallest buildings, goes to the top of the map, and then you're able to jump off to the lowest point of the map. So let me do that real quick. I'm like a squirrel, I'll bounce my ideas around from what we're looking at, because there is just so much here that I've built over the years. So as we go up, you'll see the city is massive. It actually goes outside the render distance. And if you hold a map out, it takes multiple maps. It fills up multiple maps. And that right there in the center, that little village, you can see that's in the center of the screen, that's actually a spawned-in village I've just upgraded and built around and completely protected. As you can see, we're at the top. You come right here, and then you just jump. All the way to the bottom of the map. And then this comes up into just a random cavern, because when I first built this, the level, this is how deep you could go, was just this deep. And then they updated the game to go way deeper, so I had to dig it deeper and make it a bit different comparative to this. Because I was trying to do like an open core mine concept, but ever since they updated it, I'm going to have to build another mine. Well, actually I did, I'll show you. I already built the mine. But this was supposed to be sort of like an area under construction with cities and like little skyscrapers being built. I did my best to make like bulldozers and excavators and stuff, but I'm not the most detailed person. And like I was talking earlier, there's the wall that goes all the way around, and then on the inside there is a... Sorry, stand by. So this is that little village I was telling you about that spawned in originally, so you can see all the villagers running around. But I've just kept it protected and surrounded it with a city. And some of these buildings are completely filled out with detail, like little rooms and all that kind of stuff, and I went through and gave them as much individuality as I can, if that's even the right word to use. This is my favorite little skyscraper complex I built. All completely detailed out, all ready to go for people to move in. And I go through and I try to detail all the buildings. But this whole road that circles the whole outside, you can kind of see not the obsidian but the gray. It goes all the way around the inside of this outer wall. And there's actually mini games I've built in game. Like this is supposed to be a little PvP mini game. Come down here. This is actually a recreation of a street I grew up on. So they're all spread out, but you'll find different mini games and different things you can do. Actually, sorry, that's not the mini game section. This is the Roman Colosseum and everything section. Now we come up this way and we start to get into the mini games and stuff. So there's different themes for different sections. And so here's the baseball pool, the indoor mall. Then we've got this is called ice boat racing. You hop on and you drift around with the boats. People can watch up in the stands. And this is supposed to be, if I'm not mistaken, like a haunted house sort of Minecraft shootout. Yeah, you just go around in a circle and you try to shoot the targets and light them up as you're going in a circle with the minecart. Nothing crazy. Some of them are active, like I think this one might be on. No. Well, when I turn this one on, like it said, you shoot the arrow. Oh no, this one's the one that's on, but you can shoot the arrow through and it launches fireworks if you can hit it. There should be one of these that's actually active, always going. It's this one right here. No, the redstone turned off, but this one, it randomly opens and closes and you have to try to make it. And I was just trying to... Oh yeah, and this one is... If I'm mistaken, this one is supposed to be a one where you're trying to knock your friend off into the lava. So you sit here and you do throw something. I forget what it was. It was years ago when I built this one. But continue. This one's a little race. You race around here with your friends and you try to see who can make it first. Obviously, the guy on the inside will probably have the shorter track. Then we got King of the Hill. One team starts on this side, one team starts on this side, and first team to the very top to hit the switch wins. You try to knock each other off. I think we have horse racing too. Racing track hiding around here somewhere. Oh, and this is the... Is this the prison? No, this is another little PvP zone. You do PvP battles. Oh, this is the inside of the interior wall. This is actually supposed to be like where all the knights and stuff would train and everything like that. Okay, that's what this is. Like, as we go through, you're going to see I'm going to start talking about random stuff. And right here, I tried to make it look like there was an earthquake originally, way back in the years ago. So this whole area is kind of like broken up. I made it look like this tower collapsed and fell over. Blocked the road a little bit, just to give it some depth. But I was messing with certain ways to build things. And you'll see a lot of things will be completely different. Oh, right here we've got a little dance area, people to come out and DJ and stuff if they want, put on some different musics. Let's see. Okay, here's the prison. This is supposed to be the prison. Like a secondary prison compared to the other one. A water treatment facility. Yeah, there's just so much stuff in this one town. This is just one of many cities that I built throughout this. And I don't know if you've noticed as I'm flying around, but you'll see like the Nether Highway over... Let me see. So about 2, 3, maybe 4 years ago, I started watching Minecraft videos like FitMic and stuff, and I saw that on 2B2D2T, whatever that Minecraft server is, they have a thing called the Nether Highway, and I liked that concept. And so I built my own Nether Highway, and each one north, south, east, west, they go for about 15, 20,000 blocks each direction so far. I haven't gone too far yet. I mean, 20,000 blocks is still a lot, but one man on his own. And I try to do a different concept, so east and west are both regular level, and then north actually is a water, so as you go north, eventually it'll turns into a river, and it's just... Well, maybe it's not, wait, I think I'm facing south, never mind. Let's see, one is water, anyway, one's water, one goes actually underground, you can see here, that shoots straight down to the bottom of the map, you can travel at the bottom of the map forever, or left, right, or forward. Now over here, this is where I got super bored one day and sat here for a month, maybe a little less than a month, and I started just digging this hole out by hand, mind you. Dig this whole entire section out, all the way down to bedrock. Because I got super bored and I was like, why not? Because I thought it'd be fun to have eventually, if people wanted to build onto the side and have a whole city, like this literally just every wall is just layers of, you know, buildings and stuff all the way to the bottom. And then people, if they wanted to, they could come down here to the bottom and do PvP without ever having to worry about really damaging anything. So you start on one side, people start on the other, you build, and you fight for the middle flag. That's kind of why it's all bedrock and stuff. And right here you can see the Nether Highway that I've done, this one actually ends here. I haven't continued on. But this is the south one. I'm facing the right direction. And I gotta continue on, but like I said, by myself, doing this for years, just periodically, because I don't want to consume my life playing this game, because you never really quit playing Minecraft, you kind of just take breaks as the years go by, and so I'll log in, build something, go play a different game, go work, go do other stuff, maybe not log in for a week or two. But now I'm doing my best to at least upload some videos daily on certain things, different items, things I've built. But, so as they go, these highways go, every 500 blocks there's actually a secondary Nether Highway that then ropes around and connects all the way on the outskirts, all the way around. And I'm just going to continue doing that. So every 500 I've started to make it connect all the way around so that you literally, once you spawn in, you have the ability not to really get lost and still find your way back to the main center of the entire map. Because that was kind of what I was trying to do, is make an RPG, like an MMORPG map. You know, there's areas where there's dungeons and bosses and stuff. And so I'll show some of those areas off next. So, before we head north into some of the other cities. You can see sometimes it's medieval looking, and I'll do these huge extravagant buildings and these cool walls, and then sometimes I'll like play a game. Like this is literally from Grand Theft Auto. I was playing GTA and I was like, that's a cool building, so I put that in the map. Because why not, It's Minecraft. You can do literally whatever you want. And so this is something I've been working on recently, and as you can see, when I build these areas, I start by landscaping, so like, it'll look like this, and then I'll come through and blow up all the trees, and I'll start to level everything out, then I'll level it with the grass, and then I'll come through and put layers of flooring down to determine where my walkways are, and then now I've got 4 buildings I need to build here. That way I'm not sitting here, thinking about this massive building. It kind of splits it up a bit. And you can see a lot of these concepts too. I've done my best not to copy. Like, colors will be the same, but the overall design of every building is a little bit different because I hate when it's just cookie cutter designs and shit. And some of my buildings are ugly as fuck. Like that building in the middle definitely needs some touch-up work. It's ugly, but we gotta start somewhere. So I'm trying to figure out where okay, there it is. So the secondary building over here is the exit out to where I started making the underground areas. And so, there's a horse track right there. There it is. Yep, this is where you can do horse racing. Anywho, continue on. Just a random way down to the bottom of the map because there was a hole there. I said, why not? So as you also can see, maybe I should take it. There is a cart. So actually, we'll do that. We'll do that right now. We'll ride the railway. Railway. So the very, very, very first thing I ever built in this map, right over her. Now, this was my first. I spawned in the jungle. I found this little hill, and I built this little house. This was built years ago, and I've actually left myself notes over the years on this wall downstairs. 2016, Trump 2016, yeah, 2018, 2022, 2020. See, left myself notes over the years just to I don't know, I just keep coming back, and that's a weird little thing. I don't even know how to explain it. So this is the first thing I ever built. And in doing so, I built this rail system. Now, if I remember right, I don't think this rail system connects to anything over here. If it does, it's just connecting to that system to go to that city. But that's actually part of the end, so we'll start her. And I can remember how to get to my inventory. Find a minecart if I can remember how. I still hate how you can't connect minecarts in this game. So I'll throw a minecart down now. Nope. There we go. And we'll go. So when I first built this, I didn't really have a concept of how these minecarts are supposed to work, so I just threw down these redstones and did all of this the whole way. But I did my best everywhere you see these red lights, or these redstone lights, to have it connect to the ground, so it doesn't look like just a floating barrier. But every one of these stops at certain points, so this was actually my Twin Tower tribute I first built. In tribute, it was 9/11 when I built that one. Got a couple tributes to 9/11s on here. So as we continue on, you can see it brings you through the town, the city, and you can just watch what's going on, kind of just enjoy your ride, hang out, get a snack or something. And that's kind of the whole thing I've been doing here, is just continuing this concept and just trying to make it just a massive city with all these areas. That way people have something to do. It's not just log in. Because growing up with brothers, we would spend hours building. But all my other brothers, I'm the oldest, they always liked building new maps every time. I didn't. I liked sticking on the same map. So actually this map's probably over 10 years old. 12, 13 years ago, maybe a little less, but it's been so long. I started this map, and I've just always played on it. And my brothers have too. That way, all of the stuff is on one map, because the one thing I hate the most about gaming is having to restart and make a new account every freaking, year or two. This game, I haven't had to do that. I literally, every time I log in, I hop in, and I remember exactly where I was, or I go build something. Like, I could hop off right now and go work on that building I built 6 or 7 years ago, and put some detail into it, or add some new little touch if I wanted to. And it also gives people the ability to log in and explore the map and not just be bored seeing 3 or 4 structures, log out. Oh, let me show you this map. Okay, let me show you this map I built. Oh, let me show you this other map I built. It's like just combine it all in one space. That way in 10, 20 years you can go back and look at it and enjoy it all, and you're not having to sit here getting confused by where you might have put that save file at. I apologize if my camera work sucks. Doing my best. So this is one of the stops. Continue on. And there's the little village. And I tried to make them all defendable because ever since they added the villagers update, I've wanted to make sure nothing gets killed because I'm not sure even how that really works still. But this is another train station next to the main city. We'll push forward and continue on because we're going to see the whole train line. I'll just shut up now and let you guys enjoy the ride. And we're here. This is the docks. This structures, this structures, my English right now. These structures, I was kind of trying to go for a floating city vibe, you know, where you're walking around. I forget what I was watching some TV show when I built this that made me think about this. And, you know, you walk around, every area is its own little market and stuff. People trading, fishing right here, doing their thing. And then there's actually like a main little road for people to take their boats down. And I was using these to mark the way, but back then, all you had were pressure plates. You can hear the old click. But we'll continue down right here. And so, every town also connects by foot, and it's large enough to fit horses through. So you can either take the mine rails, or you can ride horses between each town. Because that was kind of my thing, is I wanted it more like a Skyrim vibe, where you're riding around, kind of just freedom to do what you want. So, as we pop over here, you get the concept of the mine carts. They connect to every city like that. So, we'll jump ahead. This was I forget what made me think about this, but this just area was sitting here, and it felt like it needed a little town, so I built one. And I also connected it by foot too. And a lot of this has been, oh yeah, here we go. So this is the northern highway, if I'm not mistaken, and this one is level with the sea, but it's a nether highway, or not nether highway, a obsidian highway. All the way for about 20k, and every couple thousand blocks I mark it with a icon, and every 500 has a secondary one that pops off to the side route. So there's some pirate ship concepts I was trying out. Let's pop onto one. They're not the most detailed because I'm still working on them here and there, but I did my best to make it look like a galleon. I think when I built these I was playing Atlas, or I was playing Sea of Thieves, something like that. But maybe one day we'll have boats that big that you can actually sail around in game. That'd be cool, you know, actual use for oceans and stuff, other than just a singular boat to sit in. I think this is just a little underwater section I built because I wanted to give the concept that people were actually sailing through here and it wasn't just a little lake with a big pirate ship. So I'm mistaken, yeah, it's just a little basic dam. I think the cool part is that there's like a little river underwater or something like that, if I remember right. Let me pop down. Why not? Yeah, just a cool little lit area where you can like look at boats that come over you, but you don't really see that kind of stuff in game. Although I haven't checked the mods out lately, so for all I know, all these things exist in the mods, and I could add a cool mod to the map that would allow people to have bigger ships or even cars. That's kind of my thing. I've made all the highways big enough in this game for horses, and or if they eventually allow people to have vehicles, cars, carriages, I don't know, just I always imagine that in game, thinking like the game's big enough for that, so why not? I mean, you got dragons you can fly around, which I still haven't figured out how to do. So we'll continue on. This is, so act like you're walking through here, multiple routes for the cart to go. That goes down to a structure one of my brothers built called, he was trying to make the dwarven tunnels from Skyrim. Pop down there. He was trying to make a cool entrance. Yeah, dwarven dungeon, level 20. This is a level 20 dungeon. Pop in. Shoot, now I can't get out anyway. You know, we're amateurs back in the day. You know, somebody would stumble upon this in survival mode and go crazy with the amount of gold in here. But in here, there's supposed to be no switches, and you're supposed to try to craft or make and bring switches down here with you. No area to hop across. Ooh, and of course I missed because I suck at this game. And then you got to work your way down to the boss area and all that. But I don't want to spend an hour going through that because I'm trying to make this a quick video, not a 5-hour video. If you guys want a longer form video where I go way more in depth, then let me know. I can make something a bit longer, even though this video is already at like 30 minutes. Let's see here. Okay. Now we're back where we started. So, come over, turn this way. And this is my floating city. This is where I was kind of going for, I think I watched Avatar, and I wanted to make floating islands myself. So this was kind of my concept for that. I don't know if I did too good of a job. Maybe too many vines, but at the same time, the vines kind of make it look good. Like that looks pretty cool. This is one of my least detailed interiors. So the outside is pretty detailed, but you'll see like a lot of this stuff is just dirt behind it, just to give people the ability to move in and then build that out how they want, but give them a concept to work around. Mainly just an island with a bunch of ships. And then the whole main reason for this area is actually because of this down here. So you come down here, and you've got this whole little area. I say little, but it's not. Skip to the bottom because we can fly. So we come down here. See, you open the doors up. Come through, and then as you're walking through, areas that connect. I like mossy stone. You've actually got a whole underground section, and this is actually where I built. A lot of the people that do join the map will come down and build their houses and stuff because it's a bit more secluded than on the main surface. And so in here I tried to do like an underground city, but with trees and water features and all that, because I thought it would be extremely cool to have something like this. And there's also a dungeon down here also, as I repeat myself. But I'll show you some of the buildings we all built over the years. So I think this is someone's house. There's 2 flowers down. Okay, cool. Yeah, this was some random person who built here years ago. I don't know if I'm friends with him more. My old buildings. That one's for sale. That one's for sale. There's multiple buildings in here that are like that, where there people have built into them. And so that was the whole reason for the town up on the surface, was kind of to protect this. And then there's another dungeon right in here. You come through, and there's a whole set of objects you got to go through, get through the bottom, get to the boss, and it pops you out across the map. I did my best to try to make it, you know, interesting, not just like, oh, go look at this building, okay, now what? You know, because, you know, 6-7 years ago, we didn't have all the updates they got now, so we kind of had to build and use your imagination a lot more. So this is a secondary way out. Continue on. See, yeah, it links back up to this. Now originally there wasn't supposed to be a switch here, and you bring one with you, and you're actually able to get out this way, and this is kind of the exit. Then if I remember right, you come up here. Maybe this is the wrong way. Yeah, it's the wrong way. Well, brings you here. Back to this. I forget there was supposed to be a way up. Now, we can head to the Nether highways, and I'll show you guys one of the cities on the Nether highway, and leave the rest up to y'all to maybe eventually explore one day if you ever get on this map. So let me go to my land marker to figure out which direction I'm facing. Remember where north is. Okay, the other highway goes through here. And it cuts across here. There's so much detail, it takes a while for things to load in. Part of the map doesn't even show up half the time. Alrighty then. So, go this way. So, I will warn you guys, this is going to take a while to go on this highway. It's long, but I'm going to explain as we go the little landmarks and stuff. And you'll see as we go how I do it is I just dig underground a straight line and then I put TNT behind me and I blow it up. I don't know how to do any of the flying structures or anything like that. Where they can just let them go and they blow holes like straight forever. So every time I've ran into a city or an in-game structure, I put a little wall around it. That way, as people go down this at night, they have safety or places to go and defend too if they get bored. And like, you know what, I want to go and fight off some raiders or something. That's blocked off because that was actually a graphical glitch. When they updated the game, that spawned in, and I thought that was cool because you can't. That's not normal. I marked it. I don't know. And you can see like a lot of the flat cut structures over there. It's kind of a graphical glitch. Continue on. I don't have the marker telling me how far we're going, but I'm sure you can see we're going to be going for a while. If you ended up cutting off and not watching past this, I wouldn't blame you. That's gonna he's probably bored and watches somebody just fly over a bacon-ass Minecraft map with the occasional city in between. Maybe I'll speed up this section and you'll see it go way faster than I can, just to get it to the points of interest. And I swore there were more I swear there were more cities between here and there. Unless I'm just not moving as fast as I thought. Going, 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 going. My luck, I went down the wrong road that doesn't go to the one I'm thinking. Now I think I'm going the right way. Yep, this is supposed to be another 5K mark, so I'm going to build out side roads. Yeah, we missed a few villages that were there, but this is the next large city that I've been working on. As you can see, there are multiple cities like this throughout the entire map, and this is just one of two. Or one of two I've shown you. I don't even know how to explain that. This one I went for more of a modern-esque look, an airport, that kind of stuff. But it's its own city. It's got an airport, barns, farmland. I was trying to do right here more of a modern vibe. So I was looking up modern structures nowadays, and this is kind of a concept I saw, and I kind of tried to copy. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these concepts I'll like Google structures online and see what kind of concepts are in real life and try to bring them from real life to a video game. So this was one of them, which I thought was cool. Some people might think it's ugly. I think it's just a cool concept. Let's see here. And so it's not completely done. There are going to be some vacant spots, but this one, I tried to do a whole little village, everything going on. I think this is supposed to be like a little mine or something, if I remember right. Giant watchtower. Couple cranes to unload ships and stuff, because it's supposed to be a bunch of docks here. And cranes don't work in game, and there's not big boats yet, but one could hope. over here, and this is more of like your higher class area. I'm still building spots, but there are a few spots here where people have built over the years. Like I think this is one from somebody. Yeah, Fruity Pebble, and he built this in 2023. Yeah, definitely not a pit. That's a pit. And yep. Okay, so we're at the almost the 5K mark. And this is just one of many, many cities on the map. A little maze. I did a little, what is that? What do you call it? Roller coaster. I keep forgetting the name of things. And then just overall airport, because one day you could hope we have airships, because that'd be a cool concept from the put into the game. Fly around with your base and everything, and I don't know, just kind of give people more reason to spread out. Anywho, that's just a small percentage of the map I wanted to show off. This map I've been working on for over 10 plus years. I hope y'all enjoyed, and if people want to end up playing on this map, and my controller died right at the right time, look at that, then let me know in the comment section below, and maybe I'll figure out a way to make this map available to the public or even open up a realm. But for right now, I'm going to continue uploading a few videos here and there, giving people more detail, and just showing off structures for the map. If there's anything you guys want to see specifically, let me know. Hope you all have a great one, and stay beautiful.